So here's where I want to start with a question of the day. And this is something that Next Gen shares all the time too. And the question is, how can Facebook make you poorer? And if you think about that, we know, again, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff is great for that social interaction that we have, keeping in touch with everybody. But for your wallet, not so much. And so there's a whole concept here of keeping up with the Joneses. And here's an article. I'm just going to put it up here real quick, and we'll just highlight a couple of things in it. So roughly 4 in 10 adults with a social media account say that seeing other people's purchases and vacations on social media makes them look into a similar purchase or vacation. Does anybody deny that? And I think if we deny it, we're just faking it, right? Because we know that that's true. So that's one thing I want you to think about here just for a minute. And I want you to think of these questions. And I'm kind of hesitant to ask these out loud because I'm afraid some of it might be a little bit embarrassing. But if you want to give some, just think about these 4 questions here. And then we'll come back to them just a minute here. How has social media impacted your purchasing behavior? Name something that you bought after seeing it featured on social media. What is it about human psychology that makes us susceptible to wanting to buy something that we see on social media? And then we'll look together at number 4, some of the strategies. So just take a couple minutes. I know you got your little notebooks here. If you wouldn't mind just kind of answering those questions and seeing if you can come up with a couple things, and in a minute or two, we'll get some feedback from you. So I took the first step and I admitted, right, that it happened. Anybody else want to admit how social media has impacted?
I bought a sweater off of it. Yeah. Saw some advertising on Facebook for a sweater. I was like, I gotta have that.
Yeah. All right.
All the yarn.
Yeah, then all the yarn. Yeah, that too.
And yarn. Anybody else? Yeah.
Well, I just said, like, you talk about something, and then for like the next week you see an ad for it. I swear to God, my phone can like hear it.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I know, like, I'll talk about it, all of a sudden you see an ad, and you're like, God, I'm like, well, I don't really need it. And, like,
Right.
next day I'm like, well, maybe I'll just look at it. And like magically there's like a sale, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy it now.
And like you said, sometimes you don't think that you've searched or you've done anything, but it just shows up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
The algorithms are getting pretty good.
Yes, very, very good. Yeah, Autumn, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say it's, for me anyway, I've noticed it's the advertising that is very specific and customized to, whatever maybe I've browsed or.
Right, yeah.
And I've actually purchased quite a bit. Well, I have on here, I got him a Valentine's Day gift that's coming up, and he doesn't know about that, but I got that after we were looking at social media. We bought him a sweatshirt, and got a poster with our favorite song lyrics on it.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. So again, we got to answer number 2 as well. But what do you think it is about human psychology that makes us susceptible?
Keeping up with the image crafting.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Anything else?
The joy of having something new.
Yeah.
Also the camaraderie. Social media disconnects us. So if someone does something and posts about it, and then you do that thing and post about it, you have this psychological connection to them. Like, yeah, we did that together, yeah.
Right. When you look at, you've got 500 or 1,000 friends on Facebook. Do you really have 500 or 1,000 friends? One thing when in my class, when we talk a little bit about advertising, my very first unit, and one of the things that we really focus on is the fact about just the whole overall emotions. And when you play on those emotions, it really gets people kind of wrapped in and pulled in, and that's again where I think social media has done such an outstanding job. So again, some of the strategies to help mitigate the effect, one of the big ones that we're going to take a look at today obviously is examining what your needs and wants are, and then being able to put that down into some kind of an organized plan. So that's where we're going to kind of go from here.